Hi guys, welcome to the next lecture in data acquisition series. Previously we were working on how to work on APIs, and in this series for the next three tutorials we'll be focusing on web scraping. And today the web scraping we'll be using IMDb website where we'll scrape the top 250 movies, and at the end of the lecture I will also recommend you some assignments where you can go and work on it. So let's jump on. So first we'll go to whichever area where you're working. Right now I'm working in projects, MLJ workshop. So I'll create a folder, and I'll create a folder with the date, today's date, which is 20, is it 21st today? Yeah, 21 June 22. Here I'll create my virtual environment. So at this location in Explorer, if you click here and type CMD, which will take you to the command prompt. Okay, so if you see, we are exactly working on the right command prompt. Now let's create a virtual environment. How to create? Py, that is py, space -m and venv and venv. Okay, Python make it virtual environment, and the name is venv. You can create virtual env with any names, but generally I recommend we follow the normal terminology which is used within the industry. So we'll use venv. Some people use env also, and some people use with their name and the project name. So enter. So when you'll create a virtual environment. That's it. Now here, if you want to install anything, you need to activate your virtual environment here. How to do it? I'm showing you on command prompt how to do it on virtual env. So here first you need to go to cd venv. We are going into the virtual environment, and then cd scripts, and then activate. Now if you see, we have activated virtual env. Now here, if you want to install any modules or libraries, anything else, you need to go back to the root, which is c dot dot. So right now you are within back to the project, which is this project. But right now I'm not going to install anything here. I'm going to install using Visual Studio. So I'll jump in, launch Visual Studio Code, and open the project, open that folder, which is this one. Now we got the folder. We need to go to terminal, click on new terminal so that we can see the terminal. Right now our virtual environment is not active. To activate the virtual env, here it's simple, just press V, tab, scripts S tab, and activate. So now our virtual environment is activated. Now we need to install and test anything. We can do it here. So right now, first we'll create a Python file here. With this file, new file, I'll create, let's take web scraping _01.py. You need to give the Python py.py extension if you want to work on Python. Now let's come back here. Now first we have to install two libraries. So what I do is that I already created, so we'll be using three libraries, sorry. We are going to use request, beautiful soup, and pandas. So how to do it? I'll just go to Google. Okay. Pip install requests. So this is a command, but generally you just need to type python install request So if you go here, there's some documentation which is called PyPI. So click on here, request 2.28 version. Just copy this command, come back to your Visual Code, paste it in terminal and run it. See that your virtual environment is active, guys. Okay. Now we have installed request. So if I type CLS, it will clear the screen. Next, we need to install here, type beautiful soup. Generally it is beautiful soup 4. If you click here, this is a command, copy this command and run it. Now we have installed beautiful soup also. The next thing we need is pandas. Once again, pandas I know, I'll just type it pip install pandas. So we have nearly installed, or it's still its initial stage. Yep, it's installing. So we have installed all the 3 libraries which we need. Okay, if I type CLS, it will clear my terminal so that it will clear. Now, request is used to request an information from an URL, and beautiful soup is used to clean our HTML file or the file which we request from URL, clean it up, and we can search and select and find, and all sorts of things can be done. And finally, the pandas is used to convert this collected information which is stored in lists. We can convert them back into a data frame, which we can save it as a file and reuse it in future. So let's come back here. As I said, I already created. So this is the URL which we are going to use. It's IMDb chart top 10. If I come back here, you can search for IMDb. I'll type IMDb top 250 is there. It's all there. So if I click on this one, the first one, so this is a web URL which we are going to scrape. We are going to scrape the rank, the title, and the IMDb rating, and also the cast, means the people who have acted in this movie, and also the information is a director. Let's see. So if you right click here and inspect, not view source, page source, we are going to click on inspect. If you click on inspect, and the next step is that this icon which is select an element. So if you click on the activate this one, you can go and see. So right now, if I come here and you can see this box, click. So when you click, the code will be here now. Now if I expand this one, title column, you can see it's Shawshank Redemption, and within the anchor tag you can see the title where you can see the director and the actors. So if you want to see, you can open the next one, which is the title column, and Francis Ford Coppola is the director and all things, and The Godfather is the movie. You can go on checking out. So right now we are working on the tag TD, okay, table data, and here once again it's Godfather 2. I'm randomly going here to check it out, and this is Peter Jackson and the Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. So if you go on doing it, okay, so right now I'll just click on the first one because so that I can just focus on one and then gradually get it. So if you see here, it's a title column. That is where we need to go so that we can find this information, and everywhere it's title column. So let's jump back to Visual Code. So before that, I'll just copy this code. So here what I'm doing is that I created a URL, and I'm creating a method, a main method, where I'm calling a response variable where the response is from the request, okay, dot get the URL, means it will get all this information from this URL, and I'm taking the text. So if I print response, now you need, okay, so what I'll do, I'll use a name equals and then main. So I'm just running this. Okay, I'll go through all these things in future lessons. Right now, this is a process. You forget, you can, or you don't need to do it also. You can just call main, but make an habit. That's a good habit. When we go in a little bit more detail, I'll explain you what is the purpose of this denders and other things. Okay, it's a double underscores. Okay, now here response is here and we are printing it. So if I run this one and the response is 200, can I see? Means it's a successful, but I don't want to print the response. I want to print. So what I will do, I'll get this text into a HTML text and print it. So if I run it, so this is the source code. Can I say? So this is the source code, which if you remember, if you go to this IMDb, rather than going for inspect, if I click on view page source, this is the information we have just now seen. Okay, we just now saw right now, but we don't want that one. Okay, got it, guys? So next will be so I don't want to print. So here I'm creating a variable called soup. Okay, and I'm getting the information from beautiful soup. I'm creating a object of beautiful soup with this text. Okay, and then I'm giving the second overloader as HTML parser, because we are getting the HTML information and also we want that. If you want to print it, you can print the soup. Mostly it will give the same information, but there will be a small change. If you see here, there are a lot of empty spaces, but let's take, if I run this one, okay, so there won't be much of empty spaces. It will remove all the unwanted spaces, but still it's not clear, so we are not going to use this thing. But we got this information back into soup. So we got the response, and from response we got the text, and from the text, HTML text, using beautiful soup and HTML parser, we are connecting. So now we can go and dig the HTML using tags and all sorts of stuff. What are tags? If I come back to this IMDb, see if you see div tag, okay, script tags, or no, it's script tag is not, but h1 table and all sorts of, means you can go in search of tables and all sorts of stuff. But right now we want to go into title column, and in title column we want to get this title, which is Shashank Redemption, but it's in title column, and that too in anchor A. So let's come back here. Okay, so let's come back to here. So what I will do is that, so I'll just copy this. I'll show you all these lines. Okay, now here I said movie tags and soup.select td.title column, means I want to go to this title column. Okay, and then I'm going to print it, but I don't want to print because there are 250 tags, because it's 250 movies. I just want to print the first element. So if we come back here, if you see here title column, you will have 250 title columns in this thing. So right now I'm just want only this one. Okay. So let's jump back here. That's the reason I'm using the first element. So if I run this one, can you see it has printed this column? But right now I still don't want this one. I want the information which is in this anchor, because the title, the director, everyone is here, and then the name is also here. Okay, so let's come back here. So rather than using this movie tags, I'm just going to comment it. I'm just calling as inner movie tag. I'm going to use the same thing, but space A. A is for the anchor, means td.title column is that class, and then we are going into anchor. So if you come back here, can you see title column is the class? That's why td.title column, and then we are going here at anchor. Okay. Now let's print what it prints. And once again, I'm printing only the first element. So I'll just clear and run it. So run Python in terminal. Can you see here? It is giving me the whole anchor tag. So it is giving me the information of the movie name and also all this thing. Here I can find in title, inside this anchor tag, in title I can find the cast, which is Frank Darabont, the director, Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. So rather than printing, we'll create a variable called title. Okay, because we clearly know the movie title. Okay, that's why this is a movie title. So how you can do is that you select this inner tags and 0 dot text. Text means this is the text, which is text is always the one which is the user is seeing on the website. Okay, so I'll print it. So let's see. Can you see Shawshank Redemption? We got that one. Now using the same inner tags, I'll put actors. You can call it as cast, but for the timing I'll use the actors because I got. Now inner movie tags, 0 it, but I want the title. If you see here, previously when we checked it, can you see title here? Text is the one which is we are seeing, but the title and all the things are the inside the anchor tag. Okay, that's the reason we are putting title. Let's print it. Let's see if I can get our. Can you see we got Shawshank Redemption, Frank Darabont, Tim Robbins and Morgan Freeman. Can you see these two lines? So it's working. So I'll just comment this one. Okay, I just want these 2 lines, which is inner movie tags is soup td.column, and then that's it. We want only this 1 line only. We will comment everything because I'm going to create 2 lists, empty lists, which is titles and the cast. And for the timing, I'll just put 20. And I mean for the top 20. For I in range, titles dot append. If you see, previously we are printing inner movie tag dot text, which is giving me the title. I'm using the same thing, but I'm appending the name and I'm putting I because it will increment everyone 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the same thing with the cast. Got it, guys? So I'll just put 10. Fine. Because I don't want. So clear. So if you see here, we are getting response and HTML text, and then we are using beautiful soup, and then we are using inner movie tags with anchor, and using that one we are going and creating this for loop. So let's run this command. So it will give me the top 5 movies: Shawshank Redemption, Godfather, Dark Knight, Godfather 2, 12 Angry Men. And the cast is, if you see here, Frank Robbins, blah blah blah, Francisco Palmer, all these things is coming. Okay guys, it's appending one by one. Okay, now once again, we are not going to use like this, we are going to convert that into a pandas data frame. So relax. So next thing what we need is, as I said, that if I go back to this one, I want the IMDb rating. And if you see here, IMDb rating is here. And if you worked on a little bit on HTML, you know that you can give multiple classes. So it's a rating column. It has got 2 rating columns, but rather than using rating column, we'll use IMDb rating. Okay, so let's jump back here. Once again, so if you see here, rather than hard coding, I'll just put total count. Here I'm going to put 5 for the time being. So I just need to change that thing, that's it. So if you see here, I'm using IMDb rating, soup select. Previously we are going for td title column anchor tag, but here we are going for td.imdb rating. Just now I talked to it. And then I'm saying for I in range total count, which is now we are using 5. And this is the empty list of ratings, append IMDb rating. Okay. Now if you see here, I'm using .text.strip. So let's take, because it's a text. If you see here, rating is like text. If you see here, like Shawshank Redemption is a text, because rating we can see here 9.2. So here, that's why we need to use text. But let's see, then why I'm using .strip. So I'll remove this .strip, okay? And I'll also print it. Okay, I'm just printing the ratings now. Now see the problem. Total count for the timing, I'll just put 1. I just want to show you, okay? Now run it. Can you see here? This is what it's giving me, /n 9.2 /n. You don't want /n. /n is all like a new line and all sorts of stuff, which we don't want. We want to remove that stuff. We just want that simple text. To get that simple text of 9.2, we just need to put here .strip. Means strip all the special characters. It can be /tab, /new line, what other things. So if I run this one now, see the difference. It is giving me 9.2. Have you seen the difference? Got it? So here I'll put total count. Now did you understand why I use strip now? It's a bit different. Previously I did, in the live session I didn't show you all those things. That's the reason I'm adding this. So got it? Now the next one what we want is the rank. But right now, if you convert that into pandas data frame, let's convert into pandas data frame. Okay, we already have pandas. So how to convert the data frame? So I'll come back here. Okay, I'm saying ranking is not there, so I'll just remove that one. If you see titles, I'm using titles. Team, I won't really say team, because if I put cast, you may get confused. That's the reason I'm putting team. And IMDb ratings. IMDb ratings is, this is the one. Okay. Ratings is the one. This is what we see, but this is this variable. So, and this is a dictionary. I'm converting it to dictionary, and then from using dictionary, we are converting back into a data frame. How we are converting? We are saying PD stands for pandas dot data frame, and in brackets we are overloading with this dictionary, and then head I'm just putting 5 because I want only because right now I'm using 5 only. So if I run this one, you see, can you see title, team, IMDb rating, Shashank redemption, all sorts of stuff. Got it, guys? Okay. Now, but right now, this is a row number, but I want the rank. To get the rank, what we will do is that I'll just, okay. To get the rank, I'll jump back here. Rankings is, this is a bit different. I want to show you. That's the reason I'm showing you. Now here, once again, rankings is empty list, and I'm using rank as soup.select td.title column. If you come back to this one, your rank is here, which is in title column, but it is before anchor tag. That's the reason I had to get one more soup. Previously we said anchor, this one. Here this time we are not going for anchor, we are just selecting just title column. And then I'm saying that for I in range, total count, we are using 5. Movie rankings is rank I, because this is what I'm getting, dot text. And here I just want to, okay, I'm going to turn this off. Nothing should be printing, only, okay. Now I'll print movie rankings. So here if you see rank I means rank 1, rank 2. So let's take run it. Cancel, sorry. It's not printing anything because we don't need this one. Sorry. So let's take run it. Can you see it is giving me 5.12 angry men and all things. So much of empty space and everything is there. Can you see? Empty space means we should use strip. But before using strip, what I will do is that we'll split it. So how to split it? It's simple. I'll just put dot split, and I'm going to remove it to show you why I'm. So if I run this one, you can see you're getting 5.12 angry men, all sorts of stuff is coming. Okay, is it like this? But if I put and total count, I'll just put 1, okay, because I just want 1, then we can change it. Now 0 means I'll get the rank only, the first element only. So if I run this one, can you say 1? But if you see here, it's coming 1 dot. Can you see? So we need to remove this dot. How to do it? Once again, as I said, we are going a little bit gradually, we are making it a little bit advanced. So these are the 2 commands which I'm going to copy and paste it here. Here We are going to use, sorry, this should go. What we are doing that we are creating a object using str, which is string dot make trans. What we are saying is that, so let's take this only one, because we know there is dot. Okay, so you can give all your punctuations, question mark and all the things here, but right now I got only one, so I'm putting dot. So let's take, you got question mark in your text which you want to remove it, so you can say, you can give that to punctuations in quotes and then comma. How many values are there? Question mark and dot, so it's 2. So I'll put 2 multiplied by quotes and empty space. Okay, so what I'm saying is that if you find anything, whether it's a question mark or a dot, put empty space. Is it clear, guys? Then, but we are not applying, we are just creating an object like this. Then what we are doing is that we are taking this rankings dot append, then movie ranking dot translate. We are translating, means we are applying this format P with using translate. Is it clear, guys? So it will just add 1 if you want to see. So let's take here print rankings. Can you see it has got 1, but yes, we got empty space. We'll remove this one, means we are not giving any space. See, can you see, if you do like this, you're getting this error. So you need to give some space, 1 space. Yes, you get that issue, which we can easily clean it up later. Okay, using strip or something else, because it's empty space. But right now that you try it out. So rather than printing, I'm just appending it. I got this one. Now I'll put rank column rankings. Can you see? I create a dictionary and I'm adding that once again, and I'll print this data frame. Okay, sorry, total count, and I forgot that one, because this we have to use all the things. Can you see? Rank 1 2 3 4, title, team, and IMDb ratings. Everything is fine. Now we'll save it back to our file. So how to save it? It's simple. We can come back here. We'll just put, because we call this data frame df dot to csv. So I'll comment this one, and we said top movies csv file. That's it. If you see here, there's no file here. Can you see? There's no top movies. But if I run this one, you got this top movies. So let's take, if I come to this folder, you got this top movies. Can you see? Rank, title. But right now I'm using only 5. So if I want to test it, I can just go back here, change this to up top to, we'll change it to 250. You don't need to go and change everywhere. Here it's total count. Okay, that's it. It's taking care. So now I'll run this one. Okay, because I already I should close this file. I can't open this file. Okay. Now if I come back to this folder, and we should have 250 movies. Can you see it has got 251 because it's 249 what other thing, because we got rank as it starts at 0, but if you see here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, so if you see the rank you should see 250, and 250th move is Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so hope you understood this lecture, and I want you to continue working on the IMDb, like top grossing movies. Okay, and also if you see here, if you remember in our here it's looking good, but check it out if there are any issues with this thing. Okay, or else I want you to break this as team. Frank Deford, I want director and actors separately. I don't want everything in one like team. Let's see guys if you can do it. Now any questions, any queries, get back to me. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. Soon we'll come up with the next tutorial, which is on we'll be working on with a different website. We'll do some web scraping from that website and collect it and convert into a data frame which can be used for our purpose. Take care. Bye.